What's up, everybody? Holding eyes with you here, bringing you Fairytail Final Season anime review. This is episode 311, titled Natsu's Mind. This was a very intriguing episode. It starts off with the Grandina version of the human version of Grandina from Fairytail, the nurse, or the doctor, I should say. She healed Gray and Juvio's wound, and she states even though they both mortally wounded, they'd be okay. The problem is Natsu, because she no longer, her magic and the magic medication that she makes no longer works on Natsu's body. Brandon herself even states, my magic is not working. And they can't figure out what's wrong with Natsu. But we get to see inside Natsu's mind, as the episode's title states. And he basically sees Aerith. And the instant he sees him, he goes to attack him. But as Aerith states where he is attacking him, I'm just an illusion of your mind. And he goes right through him and falls on the floor, and we have Aerith talking to him, and he tells him the whole story of, I want to say the whole story, but he tells him most of the story of their past. And he was like, you know most of this, but let me tell you something that you don't know. And we get to see, as you see in one of my thumbnails, we get to see his mom and dad, the parents of Natsu and Aerith. Now Natsu's dad looks just like him, but heavy built and bulky. But when it comes to the mom, that was very unique because she looks just like Kana from the Fairytail girl, and she doesn't even just look like her. Even like her dress style was kind of like her. Like she had like a skirt on, but the top part of the skirt, like her boobs were showing, and like the side boobs were showing, and just the front was covered with the rest of the skirt being downwards. And that's usually kind of something, a style that Kana dresses. And they both had the same hairstyle, dressed almost in the same way. And it was like, you know, in anime logic, when two characters in the same anime look alike, they're usually related. So I wonder if Kana's mother was part of the Dragneel clan at one moment. Even though we know right now, thanks to what Aerith said, the whole clan was wiped out by a black dragon that randomly attacked. And he was able to gather Natsu's body only, and he was able to use ether and his own magic to infuse that into Natsu and resurrect him as END. But this also brings up the question, this random black dragon that attacked, by some chance, was that Agdalogia? I mean, they were called the Dragneel clan and they had their own village. Maybe this was a human clan that worshipped dragons, and since we know Agdalogia hates dragons and he'd taken out anything to do with dragons, maybe he was the random black dragon that came and attacked the village? I mean, we saw the dragon, it was shadowed out, so we don't know if the dragon that actually attacked was a black dragon. It could have been a purple dragon, a green dragon, a red dragon, but we don't really know. But it was stated Natsu finally knows that he did die once and then was brought back to life thanks to ether magic, which is, that's actually the tumor that's in him, is ether magic. So he knows that now. But as you know, Aerith is explaining this, Natsu was like, stop lying. And then we switch over and it's actually Sting now there. And he was like, wait, where's Aerith? He's like, oh, he left now because your mind didn't want to see him no more. So now I'm here as a guide. Come this way and let me guide you. He's like, guide me where? He's like, wherever your mind takes you, let's go. And as he said this and they walking out, we switch back to the real world. We're not in Natsu's mind no more. And we actually get to switch to the real Sting, who actually was able to save Yukina, the cats, and the Sword Princess that's there. And he attacks Lucard, and Lucard easily blocks it. But then Lucard attacks him back with a pleasure magic. Unfortunately, his magic is white magic, and we know when it comes to anything in the white category of magic, which would be holy magic, light magic, etc., Sting can eat that. So he ate it all, and then he surprised him. And when he got surprised, he ended up giving him like a sneak attack, and he punched him in the stomach and sent him flying. It didn't do no damage, it just sent him flying. But he got up real easily. And he ended up using like this hunger spell on him, which made him real hungry. And then we had this funny moment where Sting sees his cat, Vector, and he starts to bite on him. And then Yukina, she gets affected by the spell, because, you know, all of his spells, Lucard, are range effects. So anyone in his range will get target automatically. So Yukina started eating on the Sword Princess, and then vice versa, she started eating on her, and it was just a whole weird mess. Then we get to switch over to Vogue and Minerva, they wake up finally from being unconscious of their pleasure moment. And Vogue was like, do you know where this powerful enemy's at? And she's like, yeah, his magic is extremely strong. Even though he's far away, I can sense him. And then he asks, can you teleport me over there with your terrain magic? And she's like, yeah, sure. So he got there, and basically she switched Yukina with Vogue, and then Vogue got there. And it was also explained how Sting got there so quickly. He got there thanks to Fred. Fred was looking for Luxes in that area. And when he went over there to teleport, Sting asked, can you take me with you? And so that's how Sting got there so quickly in Vogue. Kind of in the manga, it wasn't really explained how Sting and Vogue just randomly popped up to save them. At least the anime did a better job at that. But when Vogue gets there, he actually tells Sting to eat the leftover magic I have left. I won't be able to help you fight this guy, but if you eat my magic, maybe you can fight him on your own. And he was like, I can't eat other people's magic, but yeah, I give it a shot. If Natsu can do it, I should be able to do it. He eats Sting's shadow, and guess what? He becomes a white shadow dragon slayer. He has the same power set now as Future Vogue. Now, is he gonna be as powerful as Future Vogue? Who knows? I mean, Future Vogue was very powerful, but we don't know if Sting with eating this shadow will he become like that. But he does have like the markings on his body that's similar to him. And as you see in my other thumbnail, we're about to have them face off. And that was basically the end of the episode. This was a good episode. It was just build up and comedic episode, but it was real good. Can't wait for next week's episode. I want to see they're gonna do with the Sting and Vogue fight. Want to see how Natsu's gonna get handled, because you know he's technically on death's door. Like they said he's gonna die if his body keeps burning up, and his body is extremely cold. So, but yeah, this was a great episode, episode 311. If you have not watched it, everybody's gonna watch it. If you watch it, go watch it again. Great stuff went down. Again, I want to know, does Kana's mother have anything to do with any correlation to Natsu's mother, who looks just like Kana? Or did Hiro just decide to just use her sketch as a design for Natsu's mom randomly, and that's why they looked alike, and maybe they're not related, who knows? Also, with that black dragon, or that random dragon that attacked, will we get to see who he is? Will he play any role important? That's another thing I wonder. But these are just questions I'm throwing out there, and theories. But yeah, guys, this was an episode, good episode. Great stuff went down, but that's what I have for you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Tell me down below in the comments what you think and what you liked and didn't like about the episode. Follow me on Twitter, the link will be down below. Also, please remember, hit that notification bell, because YouTube been really iffy with the notifications lately. Subscribing ain't good enough. You have to make sure both is hit, the subscription and the notification bell. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out and have a good one.